It's Sunday, it's July, it's Virginia, and it's me at the Montpelier train station to learn about James Madison. Let's go figure out something we didn't know. So what do I know about James Madison? Well, he was the 4th president of the United States, and it came at a time when we were still in conflict and we still haven't resolved things with old Britain. So the War of 1812 kicked off, and that was during the old Madison administration. Well, the thing I truly know is his wife Dolly ran back in to a burning White House after the British had captured Washington, D.C., set the White House on fire, and she goes running in and saves George Washington's portrait. But there's a lot more to fill in the cracks, so we're gonna take a little walk around and see if we can absorb any information. And here is James Madison's Montpelier mansion. Beyond this little bandstand or colonnade or whatever you call that thing, I don't know, shade from the weather, I noticed that right up ahead is tombstones, headstones, grave markers. And you know we got to check that out. So it appears the graves, the headstones are they're horses. Yeah, let's take a look at these. So there's 3 of them. And they're all up underneath the shade of this cedar. It's another pet cemetery.
Oh shit, here we go again.
Beyond this tree line over here, a lot of red flags, so I wonder if they're still excavating and looking for any artifacts that may be laying around. But man, they really overdid it over here. I wonder what they're looking for. Did somebody lose something? A contact lens, perhaps? Just down this hill, you got a pond down here, and looks like bird life. And I bet you that would have been fun during the snowstorm. But yeah, seems to be a group of geese, and they all look like they're contemplating getting into that pond of pollen. Don't do it, guys. It's not worth it. Speaking of pollen, I've had some bad allergies the last week. I don't know. I'm not native to Virginia. I'm actually born and raised in South Carolina, but live in Alabama, and happened to make my way up to Virginia and do a series of videos, and can't come to Virginia without knocking off a bunch of presidents, and that's exactly why I'm here at Montpelier, although it's a sprawling estate and I have no map in hand, and I'm basically just dead reckoning this entire property. But it's good that you do that sometimes, because sometimes the best things are found off the beaten path, and the beaten path has got to be going up this massive hill. But yeah, so far my allergies are holding pretty good right now, so I'm sure when I get back to the car I'll be sneezing. But onward we go, and off to find more cooler things. Well, now that we've made it back to a proper footpath, I guess we can just make our way and do a lap around the old homestead. All right, let's go. So how important is a backyard? Well, I guess in Madison's opinion, it was pretty important, and usually it would be, the front yard would be the receiving area, you know, people coming in, you know, throw pretty massive parties, all the regalia. But he went to painstaking levels, like pun intended, to make his backyard as level as possible to entertain his dignitaries and guests that would come over. But yeah, it's fairly level. Yeah, up ahead is Madison's walled-in garden. There's a gate on it. I don't know if I'll be able to bust through there, but if we can, it looks impressive actually. It's got a stone wall around it, and okay, that makes sense. The gate's closed to keep the deer out. But yeah, let's see if we can't get in here. And there we go. Silly me, almost forgot to close the gate. Now we go. I can see why the deer would love a place like this. So James Madison opened his house up to me and I closed the gates. So it's about time the two meet, huh? Let's go meet old James Madison. Well, my train's left town, so I better saddle up my horse and head on out. But before I do, I'm going to exit through the gift shop. I appreciate you guys joining me on this trip to Montpelier and meeting James Madison and his wife Dolly. And without further ado, the only thing left to say is this episode's history.